Welcome back to Editorials for U217 Celebrity News, your go to source for the latest celebrity gossip, breaking entertainment news, shocking scandals, and Hollywood drama.
Well, if you love Whitney Houston like I love Whitney Houston, have you ever wondered if you really knew Whitney Houston? Sure, you know everyone remembers that incredible voice, the chart-topping hits, and the unforgettable performance. But behind the spotlight was a woman whose life was filled with pain, surprising secrets, remarkable achievements, and little known moments that rarely made the headlines. Now, today, we're counting down 16 fascinating facts about Whitney Houston that most people don't know. Now, some are inspiring, some are heartbreaking, and a few may completely change the way you see one of music's greatest icons. Now, first, she started as a model before becoming a superstar singer. Now, as a teenager, she appeared in magazines, which I remember, like 17, becoming one of the first black women to receive a major modeling opportunity in mainstream publications. Now, this was long before she became the voice. Whitney was already breaking barriers. Now, her mother was a music legend. Now, Whitney didn't just come from a musical family. She was born into musical royalty. Now, her mother, Cissy Houston, was an acclaimed gospel singer who performed alongside Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, and many other legends. Now, music surrounded Whitney way before birth. Now, many people don't know that Dionne Warwick was her cousin. Now, their close relationship gave Whitney an inside look at the music business before she ever signed a record deal. Talent definitely runs in the family. Now, Aretha Franklin was like family to Whitney Houston. Now, Whitney even called Aretha Franklin Aunt Ree. But now, although they weren't biological relatives, their family were incredibly close. Now, Aretha became both a mentor and an inspiration throughout Whitney's career. But, before Aretha died, she was like, I'm going to be her godmother. She ain't. But I was like, Riri, now you got a child much older than Whitney, so you could been Whitney godmother. But it wasn't godmother, it was Auntie Ree. All right, another fact, she sang in the church before she sang on stage. Now, Whitney's incredible vocal ability wasn't developed in an expensive studio. It started in the black church. She began singing gospel music at New Hope Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey, where her powerful voice amazed church members while she was still a child. Now, another fact, Clyde Davis discovered her almost instantly. Now, the late music executive Clyde Davis attended a nightclub performance where Whitney sang only a few songs. But those few songs had him hooked. He was blown away. Now, according to Clyde, he knew almost immediately that he had found one of the greatest voices he had ever heard. All right, guess so. The rest is history. Now, another fact. Her first album broke records. Now, Whitney Houston's debut album wasn't just successful. It became one of the best-selling debut albums by a female artist in history. Hits like Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, Greatest Love of All launched her into global superstardom. Another fact, she was the first artist to debut at number 1 on Billboard with 7, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive number one singles. Yes, Whitney did it. Whitney set records that still amaze music historians. She became the first artist ever to score 7 consecutive Billboard Hot 100 number one singles. That achievement cemented her place among music's all-time guests. Another fact, Whitney Houston turned down movie roles. Now, before starring in The Bodyguard, Whitney reportedly passed on several film opportunities because she wanted to focus on music. When she finally accepted a leading role, she made cinematic history. Yes, she did. Now, another fact you may have not known about Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, one of her greatest hits, was almost never recorded, believe it or not. Whitney nearly didn't record the song that became her signature hit. The legendary version was chosen for the Bodyguard soundtrack after producers searched for the perfect emotional ballad. Now, the decision changed music forever. Now, she loved simple family time. Now, away from sold-out arenas and glamorous events, Whitney Houston reportedly loved cooking, relaxing at home, and spending time with family. Friends often described her as funny, playful, and surprisingly down to earth. Now, another fact, she secretly helped many people. Now, Whitney quietly donated money to churches, charities, and individuals in need. Many of these generous acts were never publicized because she preferred helping people without seeking attention. Her kindness often stayed behind the scenes. And that's how it's supposed to be. You don't supposed to broadcast how you bless someone or what did. But many don't know this. And they like to brag and pop off. All right, back to Whitney Houston. Now, she inspired an entire generation of singers. Artists including Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Clarkson, Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, and countless others have cited Whitney Houston was a major influence. Her vocal style transformed modern pop and R&B forever. Now, as you know, her national anthem performance became legendary. Now, Whitney Houston's performance of the Star-Spangled Banner during the Super Bowl remains one of the greatest national anthem performances ever recorded. The recording even became a commercial hit after its release. Very few artists have accomplished that. Now, Whitney earned hundreds of awards throughout her career. Whitney received hundreds of awards, including Grammy, American Music Awards, Emmy Awards, and numerous Lifetime Achievement honors. Her trophy collection reflects just how extraordinary her talent truly was. Last and not least, her voice is still studied today. Perhaps the most incredible fact of all, Whitney Houston's vocal technique continues to be studied by professional singers, vocal coaches, and music schools around the world. Emotion, range, and power remain the gold standard for vocal excellence decades after her biggest hits. Legends may leave us, but true greatness never fades. Whitney Houston wasn't just one of the greatest singers to ever live. She was a trailblazer, a record breaker, a philanthropist, and an inspiration whose influence continued to shape music today. Now, which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you never miss the latest celebrity stories, untold histories, and entertainment news. Thanks for watching Editorials for You 217 Celebrity News, where we bring you the stories behind the stars. See you in the next video. Be blessed, y'all.